What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your very first time joining me. My name is Jessica. I'm a mother as well as a makeup lover, of course. So I'm really excited for today's video just because I feel hot. I feel hot, you guys. You know what I mean? I feel hot. I'm just kind of playing around with a few new goodies for my eyes, and then I decided to do my face makeup with you guys because I don't really think this eyeshadow look is going to take too much time. It's very simplistic, you know, cut crease. It's very like grungy, like mauve-y purple vibes, and I'm actually here for it. We're gonna ignore my kids hollering upstairs, if you could hear that. I really want to get in a few tutorials using the Lunar Beauty palette just because it is so new. I really want to bust out the content for it, so that way you guys could definitely, if you have not purchased it, definitely you have a lot of like inspiration for when you do get it. I also wanted to use my Unearthly Cosmetics duochromes. So I did use one of them today, so I'm going to be busting out some fun content with these as well. Sorry, my camera just got really bright. Yeah, so I'm going to be definitely busting out some fun content with these bad boys. So I have a lot of fun stuff coming, you guys, so definitely subscribe, baby. So yeah. So if you are interested to see how I created this gorgeous, gorgeous face of makeup, then please do keep on watching. I really wanted to play around with the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism palette again. And I also wanted to play around with this Unearthly Cosmetic. She sent me a couple of her duochrome liners, so I kind of wanted to throw something together to incorporate both of those things. So what I'm thinking is first I'm going to take this kind of ready shade called Bloom For You. Maybe not ready, like maroony, purpley type color, you know what I mean? So I'm going to start, of course, by just priming my eyelids. So what I was thinking, right, so the first, I'll go ahead and I'll put the little card right above if you guys have not seen my first video of this palette, swatches, and all that good stuff. I was just noticing that like when I watch a video for a palette, no matter how old the palette is, I really would like to see swatches just to kind of get an idea of what it looks like. So I really want to start incorporating swatches when I buy new palettes. So yeah, so if you did not see my video with this palette, I'll go ahead and leave that little card for you guys. Check it out. But I did a very, very natural look. And so I really want to do a more fun look, you know, more my vibe, because you guys know me, I don't really do natural makeup, so I really wanted to see what this palette can do, see if I could achieve something super playful with this palette. So yeah, so I'm gonna start by taking this little Luxie 227, literally it's a tiny little brush. This is a, what are they called, a travel brush. So it's just really nice for packing, but it's also fluffy enough to where I could like buff out the edges. So I'm going to start by taking this like brownie purpley shade. And I'm just going to pack this down in my outer corner and my crease. Oh yeah, this color is beautiful. So I'm just tapping down first. And I feel like that kind of helps diffuse the edges. If you just go right in with tapping motions, you really got to kind of play around with your brushes and see how they work best with your eyeshadow formulas. But I'm just tapping to kind of soften the edges, and then with no additional product, I'll just go right over those edges in little circle motions to start blending it up a little bit. So I think next I'm going to take this Morphe M506 and I'm going to take the shade Sakura right here. And I'm just going to go right into little circle motions. Just right over that edge. I feel like this palette is very like, well, the colors I've been using so far are very like pink toned, which I don't mind, but interesting. So I'm just going to start buffing this out. Okay, and then I'm going to take this really fluffy doe color brush, and I'm going to take the shade Milk Tea, which is just like this beautiful, like kind of mauve-y, like gray kind of type tone. I don't know. It's like one of my favorite colors in this palette. It's just so beautiful. So I'm just going to go right over the edge of that. Oop, hit my disc. I'm just going to go right over the edge of this and start softening everything. This is kind of like a bruise color, but it's okay. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. So then what I'll do is I'll just go through all of the colors once again and really just intensify them and make sure that they're properly blended. But honestly, so far the blend is not too bad. Like, it's going to take minimal effort to get the proper like blend achieved. You know what I mean? This is giving very much wine vibes to me, I think. So, yeah. So let me go ahead and blend this eye out, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm also going to cut my crease using the P.Louise cut carver, of course. I did use this in my last video. If you are curious, just, you know, take a brush, cut it out, clean it up. So it's pretty simple, but if you want to see me actually use it, definitely check out my last video where I actually showed you guys me using it. This stuff is actually really good. It smells so good, like cocoa butter. Okay, so I went ahead and I cut my crease. I think it looks very like purple and like mauve, which is exactly the tones that I was actually going for. So I'm really excited about that one. Let's see. So I have 3 different P.Louise bases that are green. So I have the Hint of Mint, I have Must Be the Money. So this is a crisp finish. So this is like the basic crisp finish. And then I, of course, have Limelight, which is like lime green. So what I'm thinking, so I was thinking of using this Unearthly Cosmetic Gel liner. This is in the shade MC4. So it looks to be, so when I'm looking at it in the light, I don't know if you guys can kind of see. Let me get close, hold on. So, can you see like all the different shifts? Oh yeah, you see that? I know you guys could see that. So it looks pretty much purple. So when it's this way, it looks purple. But then when it's this way, it kind of looks like you could see some green. I personally see a little bit of yellow, a little bit of blue. Like in person, it looks like a whole ass rainbow. So what I was thinking was to put a green base down and then put the purple over it. That way to see if the shift will shift more green-like. I'm very curious to play around with these. So, okay. So it's a little bit oily. So I've never actually opened this one, so it's a little bit oily. So that's not what it's going to actually look like. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. But you see how the hint of mint is more like teal? And then this is actually green. So we're going to go in with the P.Louise paint in the shade Must Be the Money, baby. I'll just squeeze a little bit out and then just dip it right into the tube. These colors are very like muted, so it's nice because they go actually really well together. Okay, so I made sure that I covered all the way in the back, like, you know, where I don't want to leave any like blank spots because then there's no like primer there, therefore it wouldn't stick. Okay, so before I go on with this like liner, I'm actually gonna take a little bit of the shade Bloom for You. And I'm just going to put it in the outer corners. Just so there's a nice seamless blend. Okay, this is going to be first impressions. Let's go. I'm nervous. Okay, that is pigmented, and I think that's just going to cover up my green. That's okay. It's okay. So I'm just going to kind of leave this line of green because I think it's actually going to cover up. It's like really pigmented. It's covering up everything, like all of my problems and mistakes. So my camera died, but I just went ahead and I finished my eyes. Look at that. Stay tuned for the up close. You guys could really see how truly stunning this is. Okay, so I also wanted to do my face makeup, but I think I'm gonna do it silently because there's nothing really new to add. I just really enjoy seeing the process of my face makeup come together, so it's more for me than anything, but I hope that you enjoy those type of videos too. So I will show you guys obviously what product that I'm using, and then, you know, just gonna slap it on. Okay, so my face makeup is done. I think that it actually looks really, really nice. I do have to say this, the purple highlight Ethereal, I think it would look better on dark skin tones because if you really want it to be super blinding, you really have to add a lot of it. And because I am so, like, fair in complexion, I went in with the low light palette over it, as you guys obviously have seen, to just kind of give it that extra little like shine effect that you guys know that I love. So now for under the eyes, I kind of want to keep the same purpley vibes going on. So I'm going to start by taking the shade Bloom. And I'm just going to take this on a flat brush. This is a Jessup Flat Definer 212 brush. And I am just going to smudge this out all under my eye. I'm going to dust that off, and then I'll take the shade Sakura. And I'm just going to go right under that. Then I'm going to take a fluffy brush in the shade Milk Tea. And I'll just buff that out. I'm going to take the same fluffy brush that I used for the shade Milk Tea. And I'll dip more into that shade. And I'm going to blend all of this eyeshadow into the rest of my makeup. Then I'm going to take the shade So Icy from the palette. I'm going to put that in my inner corner, my nose, my brow bone. Okay, so here is the completed look. Make sure you stay tuned till the very end so you guys could see an up close of my eyes, and you can actually see the true detail, especially of the duochrome gels. I honestly, this look, I feel so hyped. Like, honestly, purples are one of the most requested colors for me to use. I don't know if it's because of my green eyes or what, but like honestly, purple is so requested for me to do. But this look right here is like a very, I would wear this all the time. Like, I don't care, I'll wear this all the time. It's just super pretty. So if you're curious about the style of lashes that I'm wearing, these are the Beauty Creation lashes in the style Flex, and then my lip combo, very nude combo. I went in with the LA Girl lip liner in the shade Mauve, one of my favorites, and then this is the NYX Professional Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie. So I thought that was just like, I really wanted the eyes to be like the main center of the show, and then so I just kind of went with like a nude lip to kind of complement that, and of course it has to be glossy. The highlighter, the purple highlighter though, it's a vibe. Okay, so yeah, it's a vibe. So this is my second time trying the Lunar Beauty eyeshadow palette, and I have to say, I love it. Just look at it. I love it. I want to see what he has in store for the future, what other eyeshadow palettes what he has, but I'm very much considering picking up one of his other eyeshadow palettes because this formula is so good. Like, they're so buttery and creamy. Like, wow. Manny, you did that, okay? So yeah, I'm really, really happy with how everything came out. These are the vibes. She's going out to the opera. She's the purple goddess. So yeah. That is going to conclude today's video, so I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Of course, if you did enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like me and if you like my content. And without further ado, we're going to go right on ahead. Roll the clip.